Graham, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks, Andrew.
This is a pretty amazing view, isn't it?
It certainly is.
It's so here we are on Hong Kong Harbour. I suppose we're looking at Hong Kong Island over there, aren't we?
This
That's
is
right.
true. Right
Yeah.
on the promenade, and it's just a delightful night.
And we were in China yesterday, wasn't it? That was a bit of an experience, wasn't it?
Absolutely, definitely an interesting experience.
And it's a bit different, isn't it, from our last ICA Cogitation?
Yeah.
I think because we've been around the world, I suppose, really, certainly in Europe and here in China and Hong Kong and Singapore as well.
We can talk about Europe.
Okay, that's a good idea. Tell me about what happened at EIC.
Yes.
What were the
The
highlights?
European Identity and Cloud Conference was indeed really a great time. It was 3 days of streams, all on identity and access management and GRC and those types of activities. So I found particularly of interest the focus this year on attribute-based access control. And really, I do agree with Martin Kuppinger that this is the future. This is being able to control fine-grained access to your data that you have and your systems that you have, and be able to control that access based on a user's actual attributes. What department they're in, what time of day it is even.
And do you see that of real interest by, let's say, the finance industry or the health sector? Are there particular sectors that will benefit from this sort of thing?
I think there's general interest in it. I think finance is one area. I think insurance companies have lots of different agents dialing in to get information and connecting to their systems. They need to control that based on the attributes of the users, and this gives them the capability of really controlling that. And it was very interesting to see the interest based on the NSA activities of late and how people are quite attuned now to the fact that they do need to provide that.
And in fact, it was standing remotely, I remember, in your sessions.
Very pleasant.
What other highlights of the conference were there? Well, in your view, what really stands out for you as to other things that happened there?
I think the Finance Roundtable, which was looking at the future of banking, came up with a number of very interesting items. Microfinance, the importance of microfinance, the importance of banks monetizing trust.
Interesting concept.
Very interesting. Not along as Internet of Things, it was a very interesting section of the Internet of Things and how that's going to be an explosion. We really do need to get used to a lot more devices connected to the interface, giving us the ability to monitor that.
Right. And another thing I think was interesting as well that we saw was this emergence of a concern about privacy. I think there's some interesting people came there to the session on privacy. Did you have a comment
Absolutely.
on that?
It's been a major concern of Europeans for a long time, but we're seeing that interest heightening, particularly with the new legislation in Australia and the new legislation in Singapore. Both of these now are really heightening the interest in privacy.
And what about this, the Canadian thing, privacy by design?
They even won an award. The Ontario government won an award for this method they've come up with, which basically says privacy needs to be designed into systems, not tacked on at the end.
That's a really smart move. Now, what about? I also saw we actually had a delegation from China there, didn't we, this year? Amazing.
It was very good to see that Asia Pacific is just opening the chinks in the European activity that's happening.
Yeah, I think it was a good conference. I think the other thing that really struck me was we had 52 vendors from all over the world actually exhibiting at that event, and I think it was a good mix of people and interest, and I reckon it was probably the best one I've been to. Yeah, right. So come on, what do you think of Hong Kong? Food's good?
Absolutely. Having a great time.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I've enjoyed this cogitation. I look forward to the next one. I don't know where we're going to have it,
We'll
but
see.
It's great to see you here in Hong Kong. Okay, thanks.